9:30.
Of that affordable housing building.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay. Good morning, everybody. It is 9:30. I would
I
like,
got something to do at 9 and it's kind of packed the rest of the day.
Go ahead, Craig.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Human Services Committee to order. Clerk, please call, before we do that. A physical quorum is present. I will entertain a motion to permit those members not physically present due to personal illness, disability, employment purposes, or for the business of the board or family or other emergency to participate by video or teleconference. And I do have a motion. Did I get a second?
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Welcome, Member Galassi.
Thank you.
And if Member LaPlante does show up, she'll be available as well. So clerk, please call the roll.
Chair Swarzy,
Here.
Member Childress.
Yes.
Member Garcia,
Here.
Member Desart,
Here.
Member Galassi.
Here, sorry.
Okay. Do we have any public comments?
No public comment.
Right. Few things that I want to mention. First of all, it was a very successful Valentine balloon fundraiser last week on Valentine's Day. I know there was over 600 balloons purchased, and many of you members participated. So thank you very much. And it was a good day all around. So thank you very much. And then in today's editorial of the Daily Herald, it was there was a comment called "Fighting Hunger." I'm going to read this real quick. DuPage County takes positive steps with grants to help food pantries. Hunger continues to be a real challenge for far too many residents living in the suburbs. In a recent story about the Northern Illinois Food Bank, Rick West reported that the organization serves roughly 540,000 people each month within its 13-county area, including DuPage, Lake, Kane, and McHenry counties. That is nearly double the number of neighbors the food bank served during the months before the pandemic. Maven Sipes, Chief Philanthropy Officer for the food bank, told West that folks are still struggling and facing tough choices. Prices are higher than before, Sipes said, and even if people are working, their wages can't keep up with their expenses are looking like. So we welcome anything local governments can do to make it easier for food pantries to assist those who need help. One example happened last week when DuPage County board members approved nearly 1 million funding requests from 16 food pantries to help pay for trucks, refrigerators, and other capital equipment needs. The grants were possible because the county received more than 179 million from the federal ARPA Act. In September of 2022, DuPage leaders set aside $5 million of those federal dollars to address the issue of food insecurity. Part of that included funding for long-term investments for food pantries. We are pleased to see local food pantries benefiting 17 months after that decision. I'm going to skip some of the quotes. DuPage officials deserve a lot of credit. They found ways to spend the money from the COVID-19 relief packages in ways that will have a lasting impact in their county. They have, for example, used some of the federal dollars to address homelessness. Food insecurity is a growing problem. It's not going away anytime soon. So we applaud DuPage for acknowledging the crisis and trying to seek solutions. So I thought that was wonderful. And we all should be very proud of the work we're doing. So thank you very much. Yeah. It's you can Google it online.
You'll all get it.
Oh,
okay.
So, any comments from our members this morning? Okay, seeing none, I'll take a motion to approve the minutes. Item 240721, the Human Services Committee regular meeting, Tuesday, February 6, 2024. We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments on the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? Okay. All right. We have a length of service award again, which is so wonderful. Amy Gatos, 10 years of community service. So I'll turn this over to Mary Keating.
Thank you.
I'm just a popular person.
I think Natasha's joining us up here, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So Natasha's joining us this morning. Amy's manager, Kristen, is on vacation this week, but I know Natasha will do a wonderful job of giving Amy her accolades. It's funny, I was I have been here a really long time because I was like, Amy seems like one of the newer case managers. But she's been around, she's been around for 10 years. I know she's fulfilled a number of different roles, both out in the field and here in the office. She's one of those people, she's just always like, just so pleasant to work with. I see her around the office all the time and, and as per usual, it always just warms my heart when, folks, coworkers show up to attend these length of service awards. And I think it's just a testament not only to the team atmosphere, but how much her coworkers respect Amy and the work that she does. So, Natasha?
Sure. And Kristen was really upset she couldn't be here today. But Amy's been with us for 10 years. She started as a case manager out in the field doing assessments in the community. And now she's we have our Aging and Disability Resource Network. Amy is our outreach guru. Kristen likes to call her that. She does a wonderful job out in the community doing options counseling and also outreach for our seniors. She has come up with some wonderful ideas to try to get our seniors engaged at all the different fairs and community outreach events that we've had. And as you can see, her personality is just so welcoming and so friendly that she's starting to get recognized at a lot of our outreach events now, which is great. And Kristen has kind of joked around that she wants to use some of our funding to get a billboard that says, "Ask Amy." So, I totally agree with. But we are so happy to have her and to celebrate her today on 10 years with the county. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to. Thank you to the committee for having, all of us join you. Me, myself, 10 years is fun. Thank you to Mary Keating and Natasha for all of your support throughout the years. All of the managers, I have asked every manager here a question. I know I saw Trish. I've asked everyone questions and they've all been a great support to me. All of my colleagues who I can't, go to work and not be happy. How do you do that? I don't know. And mostly the residents of DuPage County, who, for lack of the better, statements, they trust you with, calling over the phone and asking information, and they trust you with that. And you get to ask more questions and see what they need in their lives. And so that's a big trust. And I really appreciate that. So, but thanks again.
Thank you. Before we get pictures with the board members, like to in attendance? Yeah.
I will just say congratulations, and this is such a testament to Mary and her whole department for the longevity of so many employees. So congratulations, we're so happy you're with us, and congratulations, Mary.
I also too just want to say thank you for all of the kindness you show all of our people in DuPage County. So we are lucky to have you here as an employee. So congratulations.
Thank you. Just looking at the room, it just shows what the type of person you are. So thank you.
Good for you guys.
Actually, I talked with Amy with regard to my work with the Senior Citizens Commission in Elmhurst. So when I saw that your name was on, I was like, oh my gosh, I know this person. Thank you for all the work that you do.
And Amy, I just want to say thank you as well. Echo what everybody said. Look, our community services is a leader throughout the state in what we do. And it's because of people like you that are dedicated, that take care of our residents with their heart. So thank you very much. With that being said, Joan, can we get a picture? We can stand over. This seems to be the area that.
Wherever you guys want to
So
be.
come on over here. Any staff can come too. Members? Yeah, all the members. Please, please, please.
In the middle.
Yes, yes.
Oh, not such a bad group.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna stand right here. And our little friends in IT, if you guys could scooch over just a bit, as much as I love you, I don't want to be photobombed.
He's hidden.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great. And member Schwarzy, one way or the other. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, great. Very much. Very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I see some flowers. Are they for Amy?
You're welcome.
Be like a pageant
Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Okay, moving on to community services. I'll take a motion to approve item FIR 4024, acceptance and appropriation of the 211 Illinois Department
Second.
of Public Health Grant Plan Year 24 from January 1st, 23 through June 30th of 2024 in the amount of $102,600. We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Mary, is it okay just to say a few words, or
Yeah, I
Gina
was
say a
actually
few
gonna
words?
ask Gina to give an update on, under community.
Under your report. Okay, very
Yeah,
good.
that's okay.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Take a motion to approve item HSCO 124. Recommendation for the approval of an amendment to purchase order 6640001, sir, for a contract issued to Benovating, doing business as Neighborly Software, for the purchase of a grants management software to increase the contract in the amount of $8,000 for Smarty Streets add-on, resulting in an amended contract total amount not to exceed $142,000, an increase of 5.97%. Motion, second. Questions or comments? Yes, sure.
Can you just explain what Smarty Streets add-on is? I remember Benovate's contract from before, but I have no idea what this add-on is.
Yeah, the Smart Streets add-on is an address matching. So this is for when we do, when we launch our ERA-funded rent assistance program later this year. It's a component of the software that will actually match the street address to the application, to the applicant's address. Just validates it.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. On to the DuPage Care Center. I'll take a motion to approve item FIR 4124, additional appropriation for the DuPage Care Center Foundation Music Therapy Grant Plan Year 22 from $55,332 to $67,587, an increase of $12,255. Do we have any questions or comments? Member to start.
I do. I think this is a wonderful program and I'm so happy that we are involved in it. But why the increase of 12,000? We just approved this a couple of weeks ago. or a
Yes,
month.
yes, I'm here. This is Janelle.
Hi, Janelle.
So the foundation overpaid the grant, so we're just moving those dollars into this current year.
Oh, okay, thank you. And you know what, Janelle, now that we mentioned it, we're talking about this. I remember back during the COVID days, we had paid for the music therapy and then we couldn't have residents go through the music therapy because of COVID. And did we ever get that money back that we had paid them?
So that would be like other items, how we would close out for contract expired. We if those dollars weren't used, then we had those dollars closed out.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Janelle. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion to approve item HSP 1324, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Performance Food Service for secondary food, supplies, and chemicals for the DuPage Care Center for the period March
Second.
1st, 24 through February 28th, 25, for a contract total not to exceed $63,000. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion to approve item HSP 1424, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Advocare Systems for rental of medical equipment, beds, and mattresses for the DuPage Care Center for the period March 1st, 24 through February 28th, 25, for a contract total not to exceed $99,000. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion to approve item 240722, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Carevoyant Inc. for CV hosting for large database and additional licenses for the DuPage Care Center for the period May 1st, 24 through April 30th, 25, or contract amount not to exceed $22,800. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Second, yes.
Oh, okay,
Second.
second. Thank you. Any discussion? We'll take a roll call on this, please.
Member Garcia.
Aye.
Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member LaPlante. Member Childress.
Yes.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Okay, thank you. I'll take a motion to approve item 240723.
So moved.
Recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Equipment International Limited for laundry equipment, repairs, services, and parts as needed for the DuPage Care Center for the period March 1st, 24 through February 28th, 25, for a contract total not to exceed $27,000. Any discussion? All in favor, say, oh, roll call, please.
Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member Childress.
Yes.
Member Garcia.
Aye.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Thank you. I'll take a motion to approve item 240724, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to KCI USA Inc. doing business as 3M Medical Solutions for wound vac therapy and medical supplies for wound and skin care for the DuPage Care Center for the period February 24th,
Second.
24 through February 23rd, 25, for a total contract amount not to exceed $25,000. Do we have any discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Garcia.
Aye.
Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member LaPlante. Member Childress.
Yes.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Thank you. I'll take a motion to approve item 240725, Valdez LLC. This
Second.
contract purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $20,438.57 and closing due to the purchase order expiring. Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion to approve item 240726, Cimbria Rehab Inc. This contract purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $397,693.80 and closing due to the contract purchase order expiring. Any discussion on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. On to residency waivers. We have none, so we'll turn it over to Janelle Chadwick for the DuPage Care Center update.
Good morning, everyone. So we did have, we issued over 600 balloons and we made just about $6,000 from our balloon sales. So that was a great event, and thank you to those that were able to come and to those that were able to tour. If someone is seeking a tour, please reach out and I'll try and coordinate that. Today for the construction, we just had project 2 and 3. So that would be 3 center and the outdoor lobby area that was approved by IDPH. And then the 4 north furniture, some of the furniture is actually arriving today. So we're moving along and getting closer. So that's my update for today.
Great, great. Any questions for Janelle Chadwick? Thank you very much, and thank you for the wonderful tour. It looks great. Is there sort of an ETA for residents moving back into the 4th floor?
Right, so we'll submit a request for temporary occupancy when we're about 90% done, and that hopefully will go out here within the next week. And then
Oh.
we have to wait for IDPH. Likely they will come and do an on-site visit, especially with this 1st floor. So they have, I believe, up to 60 days to conduct that visit.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, we're getting close, so thank you very much.
Getting close.
On to our community services update, Mary Keating.
I'm gonna turn it over to Gina to give an update on the 211 fund.
Okay.
So, this past, year, 211 Illinois, finally received funding from the state of Illinois. And we recently got both contracts for this money. You approved a contract back in December, I think it was, for about 98,000. And we got this contract, a few weeks later for 102, thank you. It's about $200,000 in total. The money is for essentially publicity or for staffing. The staffing, but we've been told, we don't want you to spend it on staffing. So, and we have a very limited time frame to spend it in. So, working with Joan Olson and I have looked at some publicity. And we are looking hard at doing some TV ads, streaming, cable, those type, getting that word out that way. We still are going to need to look at a few other ways to get PR out about 211. Our calls are not increasing, so as high as we'd like them to. We're getting calls, but not as much as we would like. So getting the word out is definitely what we need to spend the money on. And we have a very limited time frame. As you all can see, it expires at the end of June. The positions are funded by ARPA, and I think Mary Catherine could tell you, we don't like to reimburse grants. That's kind of difficult to do. So, and we really shouldn't. So doing this for publicity, I think makes the most sense. And looking at getting the word out to our community and the best way possible. So, you know, we're in the midst of a procurement, so we are taking all the steps needed to do it the right, go about the right way. So hopefully we'll have that to you shortly. I think the goal is next week or in 2 weeks, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. I don't want to speak for you, I'm sorry. So in 2 weeks, you'll be seeing a procurement for some of that. So we are hoping that we'll have more funding from, actually, I'm pretty positive we will continue to get funding from 211 Illinois, from state coffers, as well as other opportunities. And I have let them know that we are definitely interested in continued funding opportunities through them, because, you know, ARPA funds do run out in a few years. And, you know, I know that we have, as a county, agreed that 211 is important, but, you know, we need to look at other ways too to support this. So rest assured, I'm continuing to push that. So.
Any questions for Gina? Thank you very much.
And if you, any of you have any ideas on where you'd like to see some advertisement too, you know, do let us know.
Good. Yes.
Well, what about utilizing some of our partners, like Choose DuPage or the.
Perfect time.
Yeah, I know. That's
To,
right.
you know, add a little add-on to their, you know, all the places that they send out emails and things. It's not paid advertising, but at least it would get the word out.
Great, I'll send you.
Happy to support. We have robust social media following.
You walked in before you even know what we're talking about.
But as always, I'm happy. It's easier to say yes.
The 211. So I don't know, I
sure.
just use those partners, but we have other partners that
Right.
send out emails and things that we could use. It just even the blue, you know, the blue, I can't think of the word, but
The postcards and the.
yes,
Yeah,
just a quick thing to add at the end of emails or things that other departments put out would
Yeah,
reach people.
yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. I will
Because I
definitely.
mean, those mental health issues affect everybody of every economic status or, you know. Yeah, just a thought.
Thank you.
So, I mean, just to go off of what Member Sart said, you know, like work debt. I know people who are obviously
Yes.
looking for a job and trying to better themselves. I mean, I think that would be a good partner in terms of showing them what services they could get, you know, through life and all the services through community services. So that would be another one. I would think that would be a good one to have information with the packets they give out or whatever, so that they would call for that.
Remember you?
I know that you said that publicity would be along the lines of like TV ads, cable, streaming, that kind of thing. Will it be also in Spanish or other languages?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I wasn't sure if you guys were doing anything along the lines of Insta or
TikTok.
Reels, yeah, TikTok Reels, because I feel
TikTok for the
like,
younger people are.
yes,
TikTok, no, but we are on Instagram.
okay.
We do a lot, we do cross posting for Facebook, Instagram, oh my goodness, and Twitter. Excuse me, X,
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it's doing.
whatever that thing is.
There's
that they're calling.
Threads, there's X, there's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I feel like the younger generation, more than TV ads, they're just on YouTube Shorts or, you know, Reels.
Great point.
Yeah, and it will, anything we post is on the county's YouTube site, and the video
Yeah,
is there too.
the digital platforms that we're exploring are what we call pre-roll and post-roll. So if you've ever streamed anything or watched a video on your phone, sometimes there's an ad that comes up or a PSA. That's what we're exploring. We understand that generally the people who require these services are accessing internet via their phone or another device, not necessarily sitting at a computer. That's the entire emphasis behind a digital campaign like this. So it will be video, but it will be digital and available on many platforms so that we catch our people where they are. That's the whole idea.
Sharon, I'm wondering, you know, that blue, slide that I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
I do. We
Is
have
there-
a 211 graphic that we've
Yes.
shared with all of our municipalities. And if you've ever gotten your newsletters from your municipality, you've seen them pushing out
Yes,
211
yes.
because I've seen it.
Mhm.
So that's something that we do. We have repeatable graphics that we share on social media, but we can also share digitally with, say, Greg to put at the bottom of his newsletter when it goes out. So we are more than happy to continue.
Yeah,
that
no, that's
practice.
wonderful. And I'm wondering can you mandate the graphic going at everybody's email from the county? I mean, if they're a county employee, they can have that graphic for 6 months, 3 months, whatever, at the bottom of their email.
I am not all powerful, but I would sure like to be. But I can certainly ask our department heads. to
Okay,
spread
or a
that, yeah.
state's attorney to see if we can, so everybody, you know, who works for
I
the
can certainly
county.
ask. It's
Right.
always a charm offensive that seems to.
I'm
work
just
better.
looking at free opportunities to publicize. I mean, TV and radio are pretty expensive. Well, so is
Correct.
print as far as that goes, but I'm looking for free
Right.
opportunities.
Well, we're pushing out through all of our partners, and I think these are great suggestions. So thank you.
Any other questions? Just, I do have a question. You had mentioned that you sent this out to the municipalities. Is that just once or is that?
Oh, no. When we rolled it out initially, we made the graphics available to our municipal partners through our municipal talk partners called Talk DuPage.
Okay.
I have seen these messages and news releases in their
In the
newsletters. And we meet on a quarterly basis, so we push out 211 on every opportunity. You have to bear in mind that their job is to put their content in their
Right,
newsletters
right.
as well. But we do get questions from them occasionally on, do we have something we can push out? It's certainly something we did a piece on Edison TV,
Mhm.
as you may recall, and we keep pushing.
Well, my thought process was, would it be worthwhile and to emphasize when we send this out to the municipalities to share it with their police and fire?
Sure.
Certainly because of the
Yeah,
contact
most
that we
municipal
have.
communicators handle the police and fire
Yeah.
unless it's a larger municipality, but absolutely.
I think the other thing, that a recent push is giving, ambulances and police officers a smaller, instead of the bookmark, a smaller 211 card
Yes.
for domestic violence situations and like, so that's something I think that, and that's a pretty a recent push. And that's something we'll definitely consider, because,
Good.
that's a very handy thing to hand someone.
And collateral is something you can produce and push out by June 30th.
Yeah, definitely.
Good, great. Any other questions? Carrie, are you still on? Did you have any questions?
I don't have any questions about that. I did have something in old business though, when we get there.
Very good, very good. Mary, anything else?
Nope, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Gina.
Well, that leads to old business, and I will call on you first, Carrie, so I don't forget you.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to loop back on the distribution of funds for the different food pantries. We did contact HCS in Hinsdale. They're the ones that serve the Willowbrook area in addition to the Hinsdale community. And they were not aware that they could ask for a refrigerated truck. They said that they had, when they had met with you guys, I think it was like 6-8 months ago when you were talking about the quality of the food and just getting a sense of how they felt about their quality of food, that at that time they thought that there was some conversation about sharing trucks, and they didn't realize that during the application process that they could ask for their own truck. So just as a representative of District 3, we wanted to see if we could get that added, or, however I know we were talking about, looking for additional funds for those grants, but I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention.
Thank you, Carrie. And I know I'm meeting, myself and Vice Chair Garcia are meeting with staff right after this meeting to get into a little bit of depth and detail on how to proceed with that. Can we get back to you on this? Obviously, we don't have the answers right now, but we understand the importance of moving forward with this in the right way.
Of course, and I know that Nick said that he was gonna try to facilitate a, group buying situation for all the refrigerated trucks that are needed. Just so you have it, the quote that they had received was 79,000. So they for a slightly smaller truck than some of the other ones that had been quoted.
Thank you very much. And we promise we'll keep the entire board in the loop on how we're proceeding with this.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Member Childress?
No.
Oh, okay. Any other old business? Any new business? Motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody.